What's up, guys? It's Will, checking in with Will Aesthetics. Today, bringing you a leg workout day. This is actually the first leg workout video I'm uploading. It went pretty good. You know, we started. It's a pretty long video. That's the thing. And for all you guys that say leg day is not important and skip leg day, or you choose to skip leg day because everyone says don't skip leg day. Well, here's this video. Check it out. 15 minutes long. Leg day. Anyway, we started off with squats. Man, I wish I could put up the whole video. The whole workout. But it's way too long. It's way too long. I actually cut it in probably like a third of the time we were there. But started off with plate 25 warm-up. And that's the thing before. I used to start off with one plate, and that would be the warm-up. Of course, before it would be like 25 pounds, and that would be the warm-up, and then we go up. This would be the second set, I believe. Going up in weight. Now, keep in mind, guys, I'm 6'1". That being said, everyone has a different way of squatting. I mean, not a different way, but the angle. You know how everyone says, like, oh, you can't lean too much forward, you have to set back, blah blah blah. Okay, well, it varies person to person. For example, if someone's shorter, they can pretty much keep it closer, like in one. How can I explain? It's like when you look at it from the side view, it'll seem different than when a taller person is squatting. It just has to do with where the weight is. As far as being at the top of the motion to the bottom of the motion, being on top or positioned at the top, looking straight down to the ankles, if that makes any sense. I don't think it did, but on next video on leg day I'll show you guys what I mean if you don't get it. But this is Abraham. He's my other brother. He's actually 20 years old. Isaac, the other dude that I lift with is actually 18. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 18. He's gonna be 19 in April. But he's been lifting longer than Abraham, so this is actually Abraham's first time squatting. Anyway, just a little side talk with counting macros. I know if you guys saw my other video, I started counting macros. You know, counting calories. And macros, for those of you that don't know, macros is basically protein, carbs, and fats. Carbs being carbohydrates. Protein, you know, your sources: chicken, fish, tuna, a lean steak, actually any meat. Even lentils, they have a high protein concentration. But basically, the counting macros is when you count, when you weigh out your food to see how many ounces you're ingesting in that one meal, and then depending on the ounces, you have a certain amount of protein, certain amount of carbs, certain amount of fats, depending on the food. So that I started doing. It's going pretty well. Yesterday was kind of like a cheat day. I was too busy Christmas shopping. You know, it's already, today's Sunday, yesterday's Saturday. Saturday going out the week before Christmas is just hectic. I mean, it was packed, people everywhere. But looking back on it, like it wasn't as crazy as last year. We actually found parking spot, and the mall was a kind of tough to walk around through, but it wasn't too bad. But finally got all the Christmas shopping done, and well, just need a couple things. But my girl's gonna take care of that, so I'm home free. You know, it's cold outside, and a lot of people just kind of stop, like their motivation slows down, as does everything else during the winter. You know, hopefully it snows by Christmas though. I mean, if it's gonna be this cold, might as well snow. But the way you keep motivated, I mean, just remember your goals. You know, what are you trying to do? You're trying to bulk, especially now in the winter, everyone tries to bulk. But trying to bulk, just make sure you don't get too fat. You know, usually going over 15% body fat is kind of way too much. and then it's really hard to cut down after. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not even doing a dirty bulk this year. And I'm actually kind of in that cutting. Well, I am cutting. If you want to get technical, I am cutting, but my protein intake is still every 3 hours to turn that anabolic switch on and start building muscle and stuff like that. So it's like a little experiment. So hopefully, I mean, I will end up lighter or leaner. Like as far as weight goes, I'll end up lighter. Hopefully it's not that crazy. And here's the thing, if I do put on muscle while I'm cutting, hopefully it's a little bit. Everyone says it's not doable, it's not attainable, but hey, you know, whatever. I'll probably end up at a 195 ideal and, you know, still be as big as I am now. So like I said, 6'1", 210, probably 209 pounds now. I haven't weighed myself. But yeah, so now I wanted to talk to you guys about this, either bodybuilding or physique training or even training at all. It's one of the best sports, you know, weightlifting. The thing is, you change one variable in it, like for example, say you're doing lightweight, you know, you're doing more endurance training, okay, that kind of goes in hand with like either stabilization or stabilization or endurance, or stabilization endurance training. Now that's one thing. That's actually two different levels. And then say you add more weight, then it becomes hypertrophy. And then you add more weight, becomes maximal strength. That's basically like maximal strength. Like for example, hypertrophy. It's basically putting on muscle size. You know, you're growing. So you're doing, the reps ranges anywhere from six reps to about 10. No, for maximal strength, it's anywhere from like 5 or 6 reps to 8 reps, depending. And then, for example, you add way more weight. You do 3 reps. You do about a rep or 4 reps, 5 reps. It can even be 10 reps, but it's basically by pushing all the weight, like exerting as much force as possible, doing a rep fast. That would be power lifting. So it's basically using maximal strength in the shortest amount of time, getting the rep done. You know, and besides that, you know, you start doing more stabilization with running and stamina-based training, and it becomes, you know, plyometrics, or, you know, you use more stabilization endurance workouts, and it'll become calisthenics if you do your body weight. You know, so it's really cool. That's what I was talking to one of my friends about. It's really, really nice sport. You know, never gets old. I mean, sometimes, you know, you start losing motivation. You know, you start kind of like wanting to take days off, and, you know, saying that, oh, well, I need a day off. Now, here's the thing I always say. It's pretty much, you can read it anywhere. If you take a week, or say, okay, here, let's start it off this way. If you're lifting for 6 months, it's a good idea to take a whole week off of training. Now, there's different ways you can do this, or you can go about this. For example, you can either take a whole week off of training and not do anything at all, including cardio, you know, doing anything gym related, which I wouldn't suggest not doing anything, but if anything, just go out for a walk or something, you know, maybe 20 minutes a day, whatever. Just do something so that the body still has movement. Or take a week off, heavy lifting, just go do some really, really lightweight, or switch it to stabilization workouts. Because here's the thing, face it, no one really likes doing stabilization workouts. And by stabilization workouts, I mean like doing that the big red ball where you're laying on it, you know, you're using your core, you're doing planks, you're doing, you know, things like that, floor bridges, floor prone cobras, anything like that. You know, no one really likes doing it, and I don't see anyone doing it unless they're working with a personal trainer, which that's what I do with my clients, or like I said, this is one of the opportunities or times where you can do that. You know, you can do stabilization related exercises on your week off, and you know it won't be taxing on your body. You'll be relaxed. Or another option would be doing yoga, which I know a lot of guys probably wouldn't want to even think of doing, but it works. I mean, it's relaxing. You get a good stretch in the muscles. All the tension goes away, and you're meditating. You know, you clear up your mind. So I always think about that, you know. And another way to keep motivated is just remember goals. You know, like your goals. If you set any goals, like for example, cutting. If you want to add like 5 pounds of lean muscle, always just keep a log. See where you're at every week or every 2 weeks. You know, always keep track. You know, because sometimes it'll seem like you're doing something for way too long, and it'll actually not be that long at all. So it's good to keep track of, you know, your progress, where you're at, where you're going, you know, what are you doing at the time. And by doing that, you can either have like a diary every day, kind of writing how you felt, that workout, what you did, what you were thinking of doing differently the next time. If you felt any like muscle, I don't want to say pain, but like muscle difference, you know, if anything's bothering you, anything like that, you know, and your current mood, your thoughts, everything, you know, just depends. Another thing is, you know, I know people usually just get magazines for the pictures and stuff, but that's one of the reasons why people get it. You know, just it motivates them. You know, seeing someone doing what they love to do, and especially aspiring to be something close to what they are or where they've gone to. You know, if that's one of your dreams or goals, then that's always gonna just bring your mood up. You know, bring your motivation up. It's good, you know. So, reading magazines, going on YouTube, watching videos on, you know, guys just giving speeches, doing motivation videos, you know, transformation videos. I know before when I used to get kind of like, you know, like, I want to take some time off, blah, 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 and then slack off. I would just go on YouTube, put a motivation video on, even music, and bam, I'd be like, man, let's go to the gym, let's hit it hard today. And you actually do. You know, it gets you pumped. And then by the time you get to the gym, you put music on, boom, you're right there, you're lifting. You know, you're really focused, you're concentrated, mind-muscle connection, you're good to go. And you're back on track. So, just a little thing about the video. When we hit calves, we did a rest pause, which is basically you're doing of the first set, you're doing controlled, nice and slow, you know, good contraction, good stretch. Even though this is on the floor, this is a different variation of what we do. So that's the first set, and then right away it takes 10 seconds off. Second set, you would do fast, kind of like pumping it, you know, pumping the muscle. So if we're doing calves, it's actually kind of like we're jumping rope, but you're not coming off of the floor. So it's a big one. So guys, hope you liked the video. I know I didn't do too much commentary on the actual lifting, but I'll have more videos up soon. The next leg workout we have, you know, the video I put up, just if you have any questions, I'll answer them for you, and I'll actually comment on it. So thanks for watching, guys. Now ready, set, let's grow.